This is Street News, Niagara Falls Street News. We got Saia here at City Hall. We just got done with the Mike Brown Ferguson rally. It was a peaceful rally outside. It wasn't also just Mike Brown, it was a bunch of other things that were talked about. What do you think is the overall message that you would like to get to the people out there about tonight's meeting?
Well, that we have to take an interest in what's going on nationally and to see how it affects us here, because contrary to popular belief, police brutality is a real issue here in Niagara Falls. Actually, the Attorney General's office was caught in at a certain point. A couple of years ago, the Niagara Falls Police Department was actually found guilty of biased treatment against African Americans in Niagara Falls.
Were you happy with tonight's turnout?
The number of people that came, that was definitely expected. But what disappointed me was when people had an opportunity to say some things that may not be comfortable to everybody. They did not take that opportunity. So I was overall, the turnout, I was okay with the turnout. It was just that to me, I didn't think we seized the moment enough.
We saw in the paper you actually went down to Ferguson. What was the atmosphere like? What did you see? Did you see anything that stood out to you that you know what I mean, that maybe you felt that needed to be discussed or talked about?
Well, what stood out to me the most is the definite hurt experienced by the people there, the youth, them being them. How am I going to put it? The youth leading the movement. That's what kind of stood out to me the most in Ferguson, and just how hard it is. How no one's I don't know. That's pretty much what stood out to me.
There's a lot of people that comment on the stories, the national stories. Is there anything that you saw that you felt was that needed to be, maybe pinpointed or addressed or fixed? A lot of people like to comment on things like that.
Oh, absolutely. Such as the idea of riot. That's definitely an ideal. People are commenting, destroying your own neighborhoods, and they're such bad people and criminals because this is going on, that is going on. Where the people that are actually there, in my own experience, they didn't see it the same way. They see it as more or less as a rebellion against what's going on, and they didn't see a lot of like when you were down there talking to the actual people, they tell you that the locals weren't there actually destroying anything, that it was actually different people from the outside. These were faces that they weren't, no one was familiar with them, that were out there doing this so-called rioting. It wasn't local, so that needs to be cleared up. And I know someone told me when I was down there that the news are making people look like criminals, but the people who are there actually on the ground, they saw them as like heroes. That this was literally coming out of their mouths. They said, yeah, the McDonald's was broken into, but it wasn't broken into just to go steal hamburgers. They were actually breaking in to get milk to wash the tear gas out the people's faces, the children, the women who are, the police are out there tear gassing. So, that definitely needs to be understood.
What are some changes you would like to see to come out of a lot of the national things that have been going on and local things that have happened?
Changes. I'd like to see, personally, I'd like to see us take more responsibility for our own protection in our own neighborhoods. That's actually what I like to see.
What do you think would be a good plan to do that? What would be a good outline, do you think?
Well, the first step is definitely organizing, getting together, having community meetings, and I just think that that's where we need to start at that very foundation, nothing else. I mean, then from there we'll build, but right now that's the most important thing, to get the people to come out and understand that what's going on nationally actually affects people here as well, and that's a real issue. So.
Okay. Well, this has been Saia. This is Niagara Falls Street News. We're at City Hall, signing out.